There comes a moment in every person's life where the world seems to ask you one simple question. How bad do you want it? It won't come with flashing lights. It won't arrive in a polite email or a friendly phone call. It comes dressed in the form of struggle, setbacks, rejection, and sleepless nights when your doubts scream louder than your dreams. That moment is the gatekeeper between the average and the unstoppable. Understand this: the mind is not your friend unless you command it. Left unchecked, it will feed you 1,000 reasons to quit, 1,000 excuses to settle, 1,000 fears to believe in. The mind, by default, is designed for survival, not success. Success is unnatural. It demands risk, sacrifice, discipline, and a relentless defiance against your own comfort. It requires that you override your wiring and build from the inside out a mindset so unshakable that nothing external can control your fate. When you study history's most formidable figures, those who rose from obscurity to greatness, you'll notice one common thread: an indomitable mindset. Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before perfecting the light bulb, once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison didn't succeed because the world was easy on him. He succeeded because he refused to interpret failure as anything other than feedback. His belief was bigger than his obstacles, and belief is the genesis of every unstoppable mindset. Not blind hope, not delusional wishing, but a bone-deep certainty that you were built for something greater, even if no one else sees it yet, especially if no one else sees it yet. Consider the young Walt Disney, fired from a newspaper job for, quote, lacking imagination. The man whose name would later become synonymous with wonder and magic was told he was unfit for creativity. Most would have swallowed that rejection and stayed small. But Disney knew something. No one else can see the vision placed inside your soul. That's your burden and your privilege. Your vision is yours alone, and it lives or dies by the strength of your mindset. The world won't hand you your destiny. It will test you for it. Every delay, every detour, every betrayal is the universe's way of asking if you're serious. It weeds out the weak, the distracted, the entitled. And that's a good thing. Because greatness is not for the casual participant, it's for the obsessed. An unstoppable mindset is built in the furnace of discipline, not motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline is doing what must be done, especially when you don't feel like it. When your body aches, your bank account's empty, your friends don't believe in you, and the doors keep closing. It's the decision to push forward anyway. Henry Ford, who revolutionized the automotive industry, faced ridicule when he insisted on producing an 8-cylinder engine block in one piece, something his engineers told him was impossible. He dismissed them and ordered them to continue. Months passed, still impossible. Ford repeated one command: produce it anyway. That's the mindset, when the evidence says stop, but your soul says go. And here's the truth few are willing to accept. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they negotiate with their excuses. They allow temporary emotions to dictate permanent outcomes. The greatest threat to your future isn't failure, it's comfort. Comfort breeds complacency. Complacency kills dreams. The cure is clarity. Know exactly what you want, down to the finest detail. Vague goals produce vague results. The mind thrives on specificity. When your vision is vivid, when you can see it, hear it, taste it, the obstacles begin to shrink, not because the world changes, but because you do. When obstacles arise, as they always will, shift your perspective. Problems are not stop signs, they are signals. Signals that you're moving, signals that you're in the arena while others spectate from the sidelines. Every great warrior bears scars. They are the evidence of battle. Wear them with honor. Understand that resilience is a muscle. Every setback you survive strengthens it. Every no you endure sharpens your resolve. The unstoppable don't avoid struggle, they embrace it, knowing that every adversity is a forge shaping them into something greater. And let's be clear, belief without action is fantasy. Mindset isn't magic, it's muscle. It's built by relentless repetition. The small, thankless, invisible victories when no one's watching. It's waking up early to train when no one cares. It's staying late to learn when no one's asking. It's saying no to what's easy and yes to what's necessary. The world doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you work for. Your results are a reflection of your standards. If you accept average, you will live average. Raise your standards and your life will rise to meet them. And always, always remember, your mind is listening to everything you say. Speak like a champion, think like a warrior, act like a leader, because the words you repeat become the beliefs you hold, and the beliefs you hold become the life you build. You are not your past, you are not your failures, you are not your doubts, you are the architect of your destiny. And every thought, every action, every choice you make either builds or destroys the empire you're meant to lead. Choose wisely.
The world does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. And what you are is defined by the thoughts you tolerate in silence, the habits you repeat in private, and the beliefs you refuse to surrender when life demands your surrender. This is the difference between the masses who live life on their knees and the rare few who rise with fire in their soul, the unstoppable ones. What separates a man who breaks at the first setback from the one who builds empires from rock bottom? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's a mindset. Let me say it clearly. Your mindset is your master key to everything you will ever have or lose in this life. Henry Ford was born on a farm. No connections, no education past 8th grade. But he held one belief tighter than anything else, that he could, that he must, that he would. While others mocked his horseless carriage, he poured his mind into creation. Today we call it the Ford Motor Company. You see, the difference between the man who says I can't and the one who says I will is not intelligence. It's not an opportunity. It's belief. Because belief is the fire that melts failure into fuel. And mindset, that's your furnace. Every day, you're given 1,000 choices. Most are small. Hit snooze or get up. Speak life or stay silent. Say no to comfort or let it win again. And every one of these choices is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. You are either voting for power or you are voting for your own destruction. If your mind is weak, every excuse sounds like a good reason. Every distraction looks like a sign from the universe. Every critic becomes your judge, jury, and executioner. But if your mind is strong, unshakable, then excuses dissolve, distractions burn, and criticism becomes fuel for your transformation. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone rise from nothing? From a family of addicts, from a country torn by war, from homelessness, trauma, pain, and they still find a way to rise. You think that's luck? No, that's an unstoppable mindset. That's the inner voice that says, I will not end where I started. I was not born to repeat pain. I will break this cycle. That's someone who has learned that your circumstances are not your identity, unless you let them be. And if you're hearing this right now, it's because part of you know there's more inside you. There's a roar under the silence, a purpose that's sick of being ignored, a version of you that's not scared of failure anymore, because it's tiring of living small. Understand this, the world will try to shape you into soft, into average, into forgettable. It will tell you to be realistic. But let me ask you, was Carnegie realistic? Was Disney? Was Mandela? Was any soul who ever changed the world being realistic? Or were they relentless? An unstoppable mindset is not about ignoring fear. It's about walking into the storm with your eyes wide open. It's about saying, yes, I'm scared. Yes, it might hurt, but I will do it anyway. That is the alchemy of greatness, doing what must be done, whether you feel like it or not. Every mountain you will ever face, fear, doubt, poverty, pain, has one thing in common. It yields to the man or woman who refuses to back down. There is a version of you, focused, driven, powerful beyond measure, and it is not waiting to be found. It is waiting to be built, brick by brick, thought by thought, action by action. You must choose. Will you keep feeding the mindset that keeps you broken, or will you burn that identity to the ground and rise from your own ashes?